G'day Frothers, welcome back, and today very excited to be showing you the brand new Bosch GBH18V-22. And of course I've also got the old one as well, so let's see how they compare. Now the old guy is the GBH18V-21. Not sure why they named it 21 because you can't get 21mm drill bits, but anyway, that's the way they decided to go. Now this is a classic Bosch shape. It's got the battery in the middle, inline motor. You got to kind of hold it down there, which I never really liked, or you can kind of hold it up there. Not the nicest for one-handed drilling. Whereas the new version, she is a drop motor, so motor in the middle, hammer mechanism that way. It's got a bit of vibration dampening, and it's a lot more comfy to hold with one hand because it means you're holding it up here. And when you're drilling, you're also pushing in line with the drill bit up there. So a lot more comfy, much nicer ergonomics, nicer to wield with one hand if you've got a flex on the job site. Now, of course, this is a rock climbing channel, so I'm going to be seeing how these guys drill in this chunk of granite right here. I have done a bit of testing in my main channel, Bolted Down Under, so go check out that if you like. But for now, let's get stuck in. So straight off the bat, I can tell you that this is going to be an ideal rock bolting drill. Now, if you've been watching us for a long time, one of the very first videos I did was, the things you want to look for in a good rock bolting drill, and this one has all of those. It's, well, it's not too big, so it's rated to 22mm, so your standard sizes of like 8, 10, 12mm, going to handle that, no worries. It's also brushless, which is like, the modern electronically commutated kind of motor. It's more efficient. They're just a lot nicer. Don't get a brushed one if you can avoid it. It's also a drop motor, nice and comfy to use, fits in your pack well. 18 volts, so you don't need a 40 volt drill for rock bolting. Just go for something sort of small and capable. It's also 3 modes, so drill only, hammer drill, and hammer only. And if you're only going to get the one drill, hammer only is nice to have in case you ever need to dress the rock or say hammer out recesses for glue-ins. And then the old one is basically all those things as well. So I've got a few size drill bits and a block of granite. So 8mm, 10mm, 12mm. Let's see how well these two guys handle this stuff. So it doesn't really drill faster, it's about the same size. It is a little comfier to use, but maybe they went for extended runtime. So I recently released a video comparing this guy to a few others, doing a granite runtime test. And then I also, unpublished so far, did this guy in a granite runtime test too. So let's see how many holes they could get per one of these 5 amp hour batteries.
Alright, so the old Bosch, this is the 21. She did very nicely on this granite. All these ones over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. And the last one is mostly like 30.7 or so. I'll measure it out. 30.6, 30.7, something like that. Alright guys, for the new Bosch 22, she got pretty respectable 29-ish holes.
And there you go, the old one actually did a tiny little bit better. Like realistically, a couple of percent difference is no noticeable difference at all. But in that test, it was 30 and a bit versus 29 and a bit. So I gotta be honest, I was pretty surprised and a little bit disappointed with the performance of the new guy. And it's really got me wondering why Bosch went and updated this tool at all, you know. Firstly, this is quite an old design and they do need to update them periodically just to, you know, keep fresh. But the impetus behind this new one, I'm pretty sure, is the fact that you can fit a dust extractor onto there. Now, they do have all sorts of vacuum attachments which go on the bits, but this old one, you can't actually mount a dust extractor on it. Whereas this one you can. And the context there is basically, in America, there's been a new occupational health and safety regulation about inhalable silicate dust. So all the manufacturers are scrambling to update their inventories with these dust extractors on there. And especially the small hammers that are going to be used inside buildings a lot. Now that doesn't really matter to us climbers. Usually up on walls, it's nice and windy. Please do wearing a mask if you can, if you remember. In fact, I use a little fan to blow away the dust in this test, as well as eye and ear protection. But that's basically why they've gone and released this hammer. You know, the new little Makita is also built around dust extraction. From now on, all the new hammers are going to be centered around dust extraction. They're going to have some pretty funny shapes on the front there going forwards. So which one should you buy? Well, the old one's probably going to be a bit cheaper now, so it's a perfectly good option. But personally, I would be getting the new one, just because its ergonomics are a fair bit nicer. It is a lot nicer to use one-handed. So the old one with this sort of pistol grip style, firstly, your pressure is down here, it's not in line. These pistol grip styles are sort of designed to be held like that, which is, you know, it's fine if you're getting tired doing a lot of holes and you can use two hands. But, you know, as you know, if you're hanging off a rope, you often can't use two hands. So this guy, a lot nicer to use one-handed. The other thing, and something you probably didn't notice, is the old one revs really fast for a rotary hammer. It revs at 1800 RPM, which is the fastest of any rotary hammer I can think of, really. So these drills usually rev around 1000 RPM. Sometimes they're, you know, even about 800, something like that. And the reason is that the material is actually removed by the hammering, not the rotation like with a normal drill driver. You don't get extra material removal by rotating faster. What you do get is harder to control. So this guy on hard stuff especially will skate around quite a lot. And it'll also cook your bits faster, which if you've only got one bit and you're up a wall, well, let's just say don't only bring one bit. So if you're out shopping and the prices are the same, I'd be reaching for the new one. Otherwise, I'm sure the old model is going to be getting some pretty good discounts for the next few years as they run out the stock. They're both perfectly fine. In fact, this guy's been around for a long time, tried and tested. You know, it's not the comfiest to use, but hey, if you can get it for a good price, why the hell not? It's Bosch Professional, it's going to do you well. Anyway, frothers, there you go. Hopefully that's been helpful for you. I do a lot more detailed rotary hammer stuff on my other channel, Bolted Down Under, so go check that out. It's mostly not about drilling granite though, because, you know, we're not like the rest of the world, I guess. So anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, if there's anything specific you want to see, you know, let us know in the comments and I'll see what I can do.